Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here. Once again, what is up everybody? First of all, as far as this movie review, I want to apologize for taking so long. I saw it on the Thursday night showing. A lot of things came up, and I really apologize for not doing this review sooner. And again, I apologize guys for not uploading this video sooner. With that being said, here's my review of X-Men Apocalypse. So, how is it? Where does it rank amongst the other X-Men movies? Before I get into all that, this review will have spoilers, big spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, which it's only like what I think Sunday as I'm recording this. So I mean, people probably seen it by now. I mean, it's doing well in the box office. So, but if you still haven't seen it yet, which I know people with work or school or whatever, then don't watch this video. Click away. Wait till you see the movie, then come back and watch it because I don't want to like ruin anything for you because it's a damn good X-Men movie, and you should definitely check out. So I don't want to ruin anything for you. So go watch the movie. Then when you're done, come back so you can hear my thoughts. Okay. So before I get into the movie itself and how the plot plays out, I'm just gonna get into how first where it ranks. Honestly, I was a big fan of Singer's X-Men movies at first, but as years went on, it kind of grew on me. Looking back, the first two movies weren't bad. Except the third one. The third one was just garbage. It was so bad. I remember me, my older brother, and younger brother watching it. My younger brother fell asleep, and we knew he fell asleep. And the movie was so bad we even bothered to wake him up because it was like so forgettable. It was really bad. If you thought Batman vs Superman was just bad, was a bad movie, which is not a bad movie, see X-Men Last Stand. Trust me, that's a bad comic movie among Fantastic Four, Green Lantern, and Others. Well, you get my point. Bad movie. But the first two X-Men movies really done. So the second one had my boy Nightcrawler, which he finally returns here, mainly because Alan Cummings, the original actor who played Nightcrawler, didn't want to go through all the makeup stuff again, which I understand because makeup and stuff is just so taxing. So I understand why he doesn't want to maybe do it again. But then kudos to the guy, I forget his name, the actor who plays Beast, because man, the hours had to probably send the makeup chair just to put on the blue makeup for his character. That's probably just taxing too, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just glad he stuck through it for this long for all the movies, from First Class even to now. So, thanks for sticking around and being an awesome character. But okay, so how it ranks is I'm not gonna count the first two movies. That's like its own thing. I'm kind of based on from First Class. First Class is still my favorite X-Men movie ever. I mean, damn, Matthew Vaughn, the guy who also directed Kick-Ass 1 and 2, did an incredible job. But First Class is absolutely my favorite. Then Days of Future Past happened. That was a good movie, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was dark, and it showed new X-Men I thought would never appear, like Blink, Sunspot, and Warpath. People I thought never to see. My boy Bishop was there. I mean, he didn't do much, but he at least left a big impact when he was there, at least. And I really like the guy who played him. Hopefully, maybe return in the future. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. But I'll say this much. How I reckon is this: First Class, then Apocalypse, then Days of Future Past. I'm not saying Days of Future Past is the weakest, but it's not necessarily a bad film either. Apocalypse is still a great movie, but I just like First Class a bit more because it had more time for the team to grow and train together, eventually get ready for that final battle. There wasn't really none of that in this movie, which I'll get to right now. Again, spoilers. Okay, so it starts off with, it goes back to ancient Egypt. It goes back to ancient Egypt and stuff, where I guess I found out in that movie, which I got to read up on my college. I know a little bit about Apocalypse, but not enough to know if this is like, a comic thing or if it's just like something that Bryan Singer implemented. But apparently, I think it's every maybe I don't know how many years it takes. He needs a new body, kind of like Orochimaru. For you Naruto fans out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of like that to stay younger and kind of live forever. But so you see Apocalypse is real old, and you got this young body of the guy who plays Poe from Star Wars laying down, and like you see all his 4 horsemen with him. They're kind of like getting, they're getting the ceremony ready, and you just notice one of these guys is kind of like looking to wait to get inside. Like he looks like he's waiting for something, but something's amiss. But everything plays out fine. They're all but before that, before they got into like the tomb to get a younger body, it was like a parade. Him marching forward, people were like worshiping him, and and stuff and whatnot. So then, it's mid. They were starting the ceremony and started the body transferring. I guess they raised a signal, and these two guys hit this pillar, and then for these two pillars, these two rocks were coming down, and trying to crumble and like encave them in that pyramid that they're in, so that way they won't escape. And while the guards are in there, that were in that same uniform that was outside, was trying to kill Apocalypse. But of course, his 4 horsemen were protecting it. Which I'm gonna get into this right now. The violence that got away with this movie was jaw dropping. Because man, like I saw this movie, and I'm like looking at myself. As I'm looking, like, is this PG-13? Because some of the shit they get away with is like, whoa! Like one guy got like melted into like nothing but skeleton, and like that other like layer of flesh, the red flesh, and then skeleton. Oh, it was like really nasty. And one guy tried to like jump from a pillar to stab him, and like that one Kenshi fatality from like Deadly was it Deadly Alliance or Deception? I'm not sure. I think it was Deception. Yeah, Deception. Where like he's like all crunching up the guy, and he was like crunching him so bad his eyes popped out. Well, his eyes didn't pop up, but it was similar to like that. He was like getting all crunched up and stuff. It was like really some R-rated stuff. But I guess they didn't show no blood or nothing. But it was incredible what they got away with. But then of course, eventually the cave was coming in, and then one by one, each of Apocalypse members was getting killed. And before you know it, they was like free falling. This girl like putting this energy beam on him so he won't die. But then as she was she fell like really hard this thing, but she was barely alive, trying to like put his energy field on Apocalypse so that way he won't get killed by the falling debris. And then finally one crushed her, and even then she was still able to protect a little bit longer. But then she died and the energy stopped. But luckily the rock stopped falling and he was safe. And it cuts back to the 80s. So now we're currently, and then it cuts to like it looks like a cage fight, kind of reminiscent of the first X-Men movie, but instead of being Wolverine, it's Angel, and he's beating up this big fat mutant, which I think it's Blob. I don't know. It was a big guy, and he beat the crap out of him. And of course, you see this box roll in with like electro jump cables on the box. I'm like, what's going on here? And it popped, and it forced him out. And it was Nightcrawler, and they were forcing him to fight and stuff. And of course, Nightcrawler was just like, trying to just get out of there. But of course, the electricity was, the fence was full of electricity, so he couldn't like phase through. I guess that's how they would contain him or something. And he couldn't get through. And like and of course, he just want to try to fight Angel. Angel to tell him, listen, we need to fight, or we're gonna die. Or they'll kill us both, and guys with AK-47s like ready to blast them if they don't start doing like throwing some fisticuffs. Meanwhile, Mystique is there. I guess heard about this this shit and decided to intervene. She tried to be all sexy with this one guard. She went bam, elbow, then right in the face and turned off the electricity power. But not before Nightcrawler threw Angel against the electricity, the part of it, and it burned his wing. People were like shocked that Nightcrawler was winning the fight, and then it got erupted, and then before you know it, they started. He escaped, and Nightcrawler escaped. And it was like a big chaos, and she managed to grab him, and he teleported with this thug, and she punched him, and she put her coat on him real quick, and he morphed. Of course, she could change different people. Like, where are they? He's like, where's the blue demon? And she's like, boy, he went that way as a guy, and of course now she's trying to help him. And he says, thank you. Oh, you're her. And of course, he recognized her from, if you watch Days of Future Past, spoiler alert, by the way, on that too, she stopped Magneto from killing all the people from, stopped all the people stopped Magneto from killing all the president and all those big political people that day, back in the 70s. So now she looks as a hero. She's trying to help him escape. And so we cut to and then I believe we cut to Magneto. Guess like he's like one of those people that he's like in a factory, guess that makes metal. I guess. I don't know, funny. And he's moved on with his life. Apparently, he got a wife and a kid, and he seemed like he's a happy dude. And of course, Michael Fassbender, which I do remember him, the actor who plays Magneto. By the way, he's going to be in the Assassin's Creed movie, which looks pretty decent, based on the trailer. But let's get back to the movie. So then he shot a normal life. He has a wife and he has a kid. And apparently the wife knew he was a mutant, but she accepted it for what it was. But it just feels like we missed a movie. At least what my friend Cooper told me, because it's like, okay, why is he accepting mutants now to the point where he has a wife and a kid? I feel like we missed a movie, but whatever. I guess they didn't retaliate for what he's done and whatnot. So it's like everything's cool. So then one day we come back to ancient Egypt, and you see the girl from like that one lady that was that one government lady that was with the first class going into to supposedly go into like this secret place, but she was disguised like a Muslim lady, and she knocked this guy out, and she went to like this underground thing where there's Egyptian, like a little Egyptian like triangle thing, and then people worshiping it, thinking it was a pilot for no. I guess they somehow powered it, or I guess Apocalypse finally woke up, and he realized. And he finally got out, and then he broke free, and he started just wandering around the streets and stuff. And it was like where everyone felt the shockwave. It was like a huge shockwave. Everyone felt it. It was weird. So we come back to trying to remember, guys. Sorry. Happened next. Okay, I remember this part. So I do remember one. So anyway, let's say he goes back to Magneto. We go back to Magneto. So Magneto's like back at work again, and something was happening when machinery was fucking up and almost crushed this guy. And Magneto stopped it and just slightly moved so that way someone crushed the guy. And normally he wouldn't Magneto wouldn't like whatever, but he just like saved the guy. But he realized, oh shit, I guess it was a reflex. I guess all the positivity of Xavier is maybe rubbing off on him a bit, but all of a sudden, but then it was a reflex to say, but then he realized, oh shit, did anyone see that? He got really, really scared, and he's looking around. I think he saw some people saw him. He got really scared. He's just trying to play it off like, what happened, whatever. So that happened. Then I believe we come back to Egypt, where Apocalypse is like running around. He sees him storm. In her younger days, stealing. She used to be a thief, which that's origin too. Her hair now, she'd be a thief to survive back in the days. So then Storm was trying to like steal money and stuff to survive whenever, and she got cornered. And Apocalypse was like, since there's something more to her than what she's letting on. Then all of a sudden, he comes by and like these thugs are threatening to kill him, and he makes his sand appear. And he cuts off these guys' head again, and you see it too. Well, I guess how they got away with that one was that there was no blood that splurted out, but you see them like get attacked, and he melted. You remember he decapitated 3 guys, and you remember Jumanji? I know it was a long time ago, and some of you not me, I may not seen it, but do you remember that one scene where like it was quicksand and changed this quicksand to like into like a floor like wooden floorboard, and Robin Williams was like this. So imagine that it was kind of like that with that guy. When was doing to that guy when he was put him against the wall, but except he was killing him. So of course, so then I guess to thank her, Storm took Apocalypse back to her place, telling her thank you and for saving me and stuff. And that's Mystique, because he saw the picture of her and she said he's your hero and stuff. So then and all of a sudden, he's like looking at the TV. He's fascinated by it. And he's like, he gets all the history of the world and stuff. And before you know it, he realized that people, he realized that the weak has taken over, and he decided to reclaim his place as God. That's how Apocalypse is. So then he sees that she has hit potential. He's like, and he's like, I want you to join me. I'm gonna unlock your powers. And he's like touched her. He's like enhancing her powers. And when her was black, and it turned to white. So he was like unlocking her powers. And then I guess we could say and then it goes to Cyclops, who's at school. Yeah, who's at school right now, and his eyes are like really bothering him. And the girl looked at him, and he's like kind of like that, but he's not really winking at her. He's just like his eyes are irritating, and his one jock's like, "Hey man, are you winking at my girl?" And he was like, "Yeah, he probably would be a girl. He's older to be her dad." I'm like, "Damn, that was harsh." And then she's like, "Excuse me, is something you want to stay in front of the class?" He's like, "Look, can I just go flush my eyes out? Something's wrong with my eyes." He's like, "Sure, on your way there, you can go to the principal's office." Even though he wasn't the first one to talk, it was the damn fucking jock kid. I don't know if you didn't hear him, but okay, whatever. Alright, so then he goes to try to wash he looks at his eyes, and it's kind of blinking red. He doesn't know why. And his eyes are really bothering him. So then he goes to the stall, and he's like rubbing his eyes, and he hears, he goes, and he hears the thug, the jock come in to the bathroom. He hides in the stall. He's like banging, "Hey man, you winking at my girl?" He's like banging on it, it's constantly just banging on it. And he's like just trying to like, trying to like maybe calm down, but of course noise is making him make him not stink. So he's like, "Stop!" And it's like, and his beam just came out of his eyes, blasted the door, and and it just like messed up part of the roofing, and closed his eye. And the guy in the blue, like, he somehow survived that, but then he had to look like he shot himself. So that happened. So then then we cut to what is it? So we cut back to Magneto, and then he told his wife what happened. We gotta move. She's like, "Why? They saw me. I believe someone saw me use my powers, and considering what I did in the past, they might want to, do something bad to us." So they're leaving, and like, so she's like, "Trust me," and she's like, "Okay." So they start packing up, getting ready to go, and then she's like, "I can't find our daughter. Like I can't find our daughter and stuff." But what was it? Oh yeah, before that incident happened, he had a wife and kid, and he was like telling about his past and stuff. So anyway, and had like a farmhouse, kind of not like a farmhouse, but like a wooden house in the woods. It's like a nice little house, and he had a family there. So anyway, they're trying to last time I saw her was in bed, but then she checked the bed, checked the yard, and she wasn't there. So looking throughout the woods, and she got a whole bunch of policemen. He said, "Look, we don't want your family. We want you." But before we go any further, they pull up paper. "Are you Magneto?" He's like, "Look, let my family go. If you let my family go, I will, in exchange, I will go with you guys peacefully. I won't resist or nothing." And but before that, when he first saw the family, he told her, "Don't worry, my family was taken away from me, but nobody will take me away from you." And then this shit was happening. So then what happened next? So then he was gonna go with them peacefully. And then, of course, the little girl's like, "No, you can't leave me, Daddy. Please. Please don't leave me." And, she had mutant powers, too. And he was all like, "Listen." And the guy's like, "Listen, tell her to stop. Tell her to stop." He's like, "I can't. You can't control her powers." He's like, "Tell her, honey, please calm down." He's like, he looked at her like, please. The wife was trying to calm her down. The wife trying to calm her down and stuff. But she I guess making the animals act erratic or something. I don't know what she was doing, and she would get a bird attack. And I guess the guy got scared and he kind of slipped and he accidentally, because they had no guns or nothing, but wood stuff, like wooden sticks and bows and arrows. He accidentally let go of the arrow and it pierced right through the wife and the kid and killed them instantly. And Magneto's he's freaking out. He runs over to them, checks their pulse. He said he died. They died. He gets upset, and before that he gave her a necklace, which had his mom and dad on it. He took it off her, and he made the necklace go right through their necks and instantly killed them. And he was crying in agony. So then, next week, then we cut to Then we cut back to, I know it's a lot of back and forth, but at least it's pacing. It's paced well. It wasn't like with Batman vs Superman, like all over the place. Well, I mean, you were to keep up with it, but it was like you were like get like the general. You were able to sit there for a good bit and get a good establishment of the area and what was going on. So anyway, then we cut back to Mystique trying to help Nightcrawler escape the country. He's like, I'm like, wanting to the country, and he's like, and at first you want to like let him to take him to go wherever, but he realized he'd never been outside the circus in that country. So then she's like, and then she gets, I guess she didn't say it, but I guess she had that look like, you know what, I guess I'll just take him to, Xavier school, because I know he'll be safe. He'll be safe there. So then she says, but then he hears that, and the guy hears that apparently Magneto's loose again, and he's killing people in his country, and she just wanted to know that because she know him and her had a history. So then she goes, and that's what made her even more so want to go to see Charles again, to what's going on. So then they go there. So then she takes him there, and not too long afterward, we cut back to Havoc, and it's from First Class, and he's talking to his family, and his family was telling him that what happened at school, and he doesn't want to go to Xavier school. So then he goes to school. He's like, come on. He convinces him. He goes to school. He has the words of blindfold. He's scared. And, he bumps this girl, and, we later find out it's Jean Grey. He's like, watch where you're going. It's like, your name's Scott, aren't you? And you're afraid. He's like, how'd you not? I didn't even say anything. I can read minds. I'm a telepath. And, he got all mad. I don't want no freaky girl in my head or whatever. And then he goes and he takes it to where Xavier's at. Well, okay, let's open your eyes. I want to see you extend your powers. And he just rippled through the water and cut a tree in half. And he was like saying how man, my dad had me that tree just swing from there, and I destroyed it. And the guy and the guy plays Scott. He's like, and Scott's all like, man, so does that mean I'm not gonna go to your school for what I did? He's like, on the contrary, you're welcome to my school. You need my help. He was kind of teasing him a bit, but he also said, I will help you. So then we come back to those guys again that was helping Mystique and Nightcrawler get off the country. And he's like, hey, we're looking to find mutants, and Apocalypse like, we're looking to find mutants, and you know where to find them. And the guy's like, okay, sure. Do you have any money? He's like, no, I don't have no money. Well, and I'm sorry, we're closed. He's closing up anyway. And he telling him, look, come on, I need help, and I need your help and stuff. And Psylocke overhears this, and she's like, is everything okay? No, Psylocke, everything's fine. And he's like, he keeps pressuring him to he wants information. He tells him no. And he's like, well, wait, I might have something. He pulls out a little handgun, and Apocalypse just puts his hands up and makes it just disintegrate into dust. Then Psylocke comes over with her sword. Before Apocalypse could do anything, she put a saber sword, and he's like, and she looks at him, look, what do you want? And you see how she has this incredible ability. He's like, you know what? I want you. And you just tap into your powers. I can show you what you can really do. And he just touched her saber and made it glow even more powerfully. And Mercy's like, you know what? I'll help you. In fact, I know what mutants you need to look for. He's like, okay, cool. And he's just like that evil smell like air. So then we come back to then eventually we cut to Cyclops again, and before that, Charles was looking on to see with a trying to figure out where he keeps an eye on that one girl from First Class. He still has feelings for her and stuff, and that here I guess he's trying to figure out where I guess he's just I forgot what he was there for. It wasn't that bit important, but I guess he's just there to check on her and establish that situation. I know why he wanted to find out why she was there in that country. And he frees everyone. And he convinced her he has first level clearance. And she told her how she told him how this guy Pocket's been around, and explained his origin and stuff to Xavier to figure out where that tremor came from. And before that, and before he went there, Jean was getting all these visions of the end of the world with Apocalypse. she's like, from the what you saw from Cherry, it's like, Jean, no, it's just a dream. It's just a dream, and no matter what happens, I'll be there to protect you. So then, so we come back to school again to see that Hank, aka Beast, made these special glasses for him so that way it can block out the phasers. But before he take out the blindfold, but before he want to open his eyes, but then it was like a school of kids they're playing outside in that yard. Like, okay, let's turn here real quick, and he opens his face just in case it doesn't work, and people start laughing. Of course, he put it on. He's like, oh my god, I can see. Thank you. Your Jean's like, hey, no problem, kid. I was glad to help you out. Then he saw Jean. Like, wait a minute, is that Jean? Yeah, that's the kid you bumped into. And he's like, oh wow. And it's like, and first people looking at it. Well, she thought he was looking at like, hey man, I have my glasses on now. It's like, he's like, hey, I have my glasses on, so don't worry. He's like, hey, it's not you they fear, it's me. He's like, why? He's like, well, you made the house shook. He's like, you did? He's like, yeah, well, apparently I'm not the only one that can, just have to control their powers. And he gives them to understand that, they're both learning and stuff. So anyway, what was it? So then next, we cut to Apocalypse finds Angel. And he finds Angel. Of course, he's all drunk because he's depressed because his wings all fucked up. And at first Psylocke's like, okay, I guess we don't need this guy because his wings broken. Apocalypse like, no, I still see potential. And again, how is this PG-13? Because the stuff that got away was like, ugh. Then he did this thing. He's like morphing the bones were coming out of his. Some bones come out of his ribs and then his back, and it was like, ugh, it was like, wow, not for the squeamish. I'm like, yeah, this is PG-13. And then before it turns into metal, and you see him like that nice wing shot of him, like, yes, that new and improved and stuff. And then we cut back to and we see then we cut to Quicksilver, and here's what was going on with his dad. That he's out in the loose again. He's like, and you see his mom here coming, he's just I'm playing Miss Pac-Man and stuff. Until he said Pac-Man, but he's like, and then mom's like, change the channel. Like, you want to find out, don't you? She's like, yeah, he is my dad. I want to know why he's doing what he's doing. He's like, yeah. He's like, he's dangerous, so be careful. But I'm not afraid. She's like, well, you should be. He's like, don't worry, mom, I'll be careful. So I guess he wanted to go to Xavier. So he wanted to go to Xavier to see what's up with him. So then, while it's happening, then we cut to eventually was it? I'm probably doing it out of place in some spots, and I apologize because it's been a while since I've seen the movie. So if things like sound like, no, this happened first and this happened, I apologize in advance. But at least I'm telling the story. What happened in the movie? Maybe not. It may not be in order, but I'm trying to do the best I can. So please bear with me, guys. So then, eventually, Nightcrawler got to where eventually Mystique got Nightcrawler to the school and stuff, and telling her, look, I need to speak to Charles. Maybe you're in trouble and stuff. And eventually, what was it? Yeah. So eventually, but early, and she, left Nightcrawler. He got Nightcrawler to school, and they're just waiting. And I guess she's just gonna stay there and wait for Charles to tell about what happened with Magneto and stuff. So eventually, they come, Xavier and what is it? And Havoc come back to the school and and he's giving her the lady from the first lady from first class of tour, and he realized Mystique's there, and Mystique said, "Look, about you, I think she told him Nightcrawler. She told him, listen, we still care for you and stuff, Mystique. He's like, this is still home for Blade. He's like, it's not my home." And you tell me how even though she did what she did back in Days of Future Past, that people are still mistreating mutants, and she prepared them to fight, not to just be students. And he's all upset, like, man, you just sound just like Eric. Because, speaking of Eric, he's in trouble. And really in big trouble. He might need your help and stuff. So then, and then another day afterward, Cyclops is getting bored, and like and he's like, I want to go. It's like, let's go to. I want to go to like mall and stuff. They just walk around, and Nightcrawler, I've never been to a mall before. It's like, you never been to a mall? Like, okay, it's a matter of principle. We got to take this guy to a mall, and he's like, well, are we gonna get in trouble? Like, no, we're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna go see a movie or something. It's like, show him the country. And Nightcrawler got really excited. So it's funny thing is, I went to go see Return of the Jedi, which I thought that was hilarious. And so then eventually we come back to Magneto, and he goes back to the factory. He's like, and from there, he's gonna ready to kill people and stuff. That's one of the fourth horsemen of the apocalypse. Well, back from the Egypt days. Oh, oh, guys. Well, hope you got a good laugh out of that. That was my friend Koopa in the mask. Anyway, where was I? Got a lot of track. I didn't expect him to come like that. What was it? God. So, So Magneto wanted to go kill the factory workers because someone blabbed and he got his family killed. And next you see Apocalypse with his 3 horsemen he has so far. And he looks at him, okay, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I'm here. And he walks close, like, if you're here to stop me, don't stop me from killing these people. And Apocalypse get a look, okay, and he killed the people for him. And Magneto's like, look, okay, so what do you want? And he's like, I'm here for you. And he's like, come with me. And he takes him to where, the Nazis, took the people to the death camps and stuff. It was really depressing stuff. And he gave him some power and reached down and filled the metal. And just see Magneto just ripping that place apart into a new one. It was really insane stuff. And he's showing how he's even more powerful thanks to Apocalypse. So then we cut to Xavier trying to find Magneto because he's wondering, because Mixie told him what happened, what's going on. So he's trying to find him. And all of a sudden, he's telling Magneto, look, I feel your pain. I know what happened to you and your family. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm gonna take it. They took everything. These humans took everything from me. Now we're gonna take everything from them. And then Magneto, and then Apocalypse his senses that someone else is there. Is there telepathically talking to one of his horsemen, and he intervenes, it takes over Xavier and forces him to have all the superpower from United States, Russia, China to launch their nukes onto the sky. It was so crazy. Luckily, and you see all the people that look at him in shock, all the nukes going up, and of course it has and surprisingly it has a Stanley as a cameo from the Stan the Man Lee holding Elizabeth his girlfriend, looking shocked what's going on. And everything's going up and everything's going up in the air and it started exploding, and it went so far that it went to space and he's like, Havoc, I can't, and Havoc tried to take it off, and the spark was hurting him. And he's like, Havoc, destroy it, wreak havoc. He's destroying the whole base, and they try to get him out of there. And I forgot to mention that Apocalypse can teleport, and since I'm pretty sure Magneto told him where to go, they went right there and they kidnapped him. And Havoc's like, hey, where are you taking him, you bastards? And he's like, oh, in due time you'll find out my son. He thinks all the mutants are his followers, his followers or something. And he went to blast him, but it got out. But he didn't manage to teleport in time. But then the blast hit the X jet, which Hank showed Mystique earlier, and the whole place exploded. And it explodes. And then everything. Then suddenly time slows down, and you see Cyclops and Nightcrawler, Jean, and Jubilee coming back from the movies, from seeing Return of the Jedi. And you see him on the road near where his mansion's at. And he's like, no, something's going on. And he goes to where the Cerebro's at. Well, the outside of Cerebro. He's like, oh shit, it's exploding. And I want these people to die. Can you help them find my dad? He's like, well, can I get to work? And it has the most epic rescue scenes. If you thought the Days of Future Past rescue scene from Days of Future Past was amazing, this kicks his ass and then some. He's going around saving people. Oh my god, it was so. I can't describe it. It's one of those things you just gotta see for yourself. But it's like the most amazing saving, how he's creatively saving everyone, just like going. It's like, man, he just like kudos to Bryan Singer and that team. They really topped what Quicksilver did. And man, it's so cool to have a speedster on a in a superhero movie. I can't wait to see what DC does with does with Flash and Justice League, because I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far with this interpretation of Quicksilver. It's so amazing. He's just like saving all these people, and Cyclops comes back. He's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And like when they told him like, one, the Sabers got kidnapped, and like, where's my brother? And Quicksilver, I'm pretty sure I got everybody. And he looks in the rubble, and Beast told, I think, Quicksilver he was closer to the blast. So in other words, when it happened, he got engulfed and killed by the flames. So unfortunately, he didn't make it. Because by the time Quicksilver got there, it was going towards where Hank was at, because I think he was the second closest. But unfortunately, Havoc was closest, thus he got killed, unfortunately. And you see a helicopter coming down, please remain calm and all that shit. And it lands, and it's like, oh, and she's like, oh, I'm Agent, I don't think her name is Taggart. He's like, I get goodness, I'm from the CIA. And he's like, and she realized, and he takes off the glasses, turns out the General Stryker from Days of Future Past. She's like, oh shit, and like, they put the shock beam, knocked everyone out. He takes the Agent girl. I want Emma Taggart, her, Quicksilver, Beast, and Mystique. He took all the leave kids, and he took Nightcrawler and all them see what's going on, and then Nightcrawler and them see what's going on. He's like, what are we gonna do? I have an idea. Don't worry. She does this power thing like in First Class, to where she's like tricking the person to think there's no one there when it's people there. He's like, okay, we're all good, and leave. And then Nightcrawler teleports to the helicopter. Why? We need to save them. So he teleports them all inside. But then they couldn't escape because of electrical fence that had to stay in there. And eventually they snuck out and trying to figure out what's going on. So then Magneto, and eventually they all wake up from getting knocked out. And it was funny. Quicksilver gets up first. He looks at Beast. He's like, oh shit, are we all gonna turn blue like that? And he's like, no, you're not. This is I forgot to take my meds. So he's all beast mode right now. He's like, so what's happening and stuff. Oh, and before that, before they got kidnapped, she was in their Mystique form, and people were telling her, and looked at her like she was a hero. Like, look, see, they look up to you. It's like, I'm not no hero and stuff. So anyway, it's like, I know why. The reason I kidnapped you guys, because we learned, heard, your telepath made all the nukes go out into space from all around the world, and we don't know why. So where is he? And like, we don't know. Look, if you help us out, we'll help to find. If you help us out, we'll help you find him. He's like, do you think I'm gonna trust you, especially you, because you can turn to anybody? And he's like, I don't think so. See, like they're trying to figure out where they're at, and they got spotted, and then they're trying to dance to them. It's like, okay, figure out where they're at, and all of a sudden you hear a message from they're like it's somewhere in Egypt, and he's like, he amplifies he was probably give a message how he's the god of this world, he'll take it over, and and all this shit, and even before that, how you make this world a better one, all this shit and whatnot. And of course he changes saying, don't worry, and for those who still have power, for those that are weak, and those who have power, protect those that are weak. That's my message. He changed it towards the end, but before that, while that was happening, Xavier was giving Jean a secret message to find her, so he knows where he's to find out where they're at. So then what was it? So they hear this, like, they go to this building area, try to shut down the power, and all of a sudden, they got to where they're at, where where Quicksilver, Mystique, Beast, and the Agent was at, but he couldn't get it because of the electrical fence, so that's where they got caught, and then they tried to find this. They found the power area, but then what was it? They had like a hard breathing. And like she's like, is that a? And Cyclops like, is that a beast? He's like, that ain't no beast. That's a man, or half a man. And they unhooked it, and the guards come in and they unhooked. She let it go, and you see the feet So they come out, and it was Wolverine, aka, and not just a new guy who's going to play Wolverine. It's Hugh Jackman Wolverine with the headgear from Weapon X. And as you got released, it's like there's this like a siren sound, like oh you done fucked up in the sound, and he was like, again, how he got with this shit I don't know, because it was like he was like killing people like you wouldn't believe, and Kurt Stryker was like, I'm gonna leave. And, well, before that he was like, where's that voice from Xavier's coming from? Like, of course they say they don't know, and then of course he saw Wolverine, like, well, I want to go, just. And he leaves I'm gonna go. You just stay here, and like he just leaves his folks to die. Eventually, Wolverine got to that room, the security room that where Stryker was, and just killing people. And eventually, they run into him, and she like Cyclone's going to blast away. And she's like, wait. She talks to telepathically. I can help you, and you want to take the thing off first, because he smacks it away. But then she's still brave enough to take it off. And like touch it, and give him back pieces of his past. And he was able to calm down. And he took these weird things out of him. And I guess he gave her like a look like thank you. And he went to the door that was open. He busted it open to start running into the snow, into freedom. And she was like, he's like, what'd you do? I gave him pieces. I gave him pieces of his past. What I was able to find. And so I goes, well, I hope you'll see that guy again. So then, eventually, Nightcrawler went to the room was that, and he was like, ugh. He's like, like that because all the dead bodies. He's like, stay away, and then he like press the button, stay, and it'll mess up. Stay away from the door. He's like, and I'm gonna count to 1, 2, and he's like, oh well, 3, and Psycho's like, whatever. He just busts down the door and they all escaped. And they hear about Angie told him what's going on. So that you see, you can find that plane beach. He's like, yeah. And like, Psycho, look, I found these suits. So they all suit up and go to where Apocalypse is at. So the thing was, I guess Mystique tried to talk to Magneto to stop doing what he's doing, while the others try to save Xavier. And it's this big, like, giant, epic battle between the Horsemen and the X-Men. Oh, and by the way, since Apocalypse knows that Xavier has that mining power, he wants to steal his. Even though he doesn't need to rejuvenate, he wants to, and also that I guess he wasn't that old because I guess the little capsule he was in was keeping him like preserved, kind of like how Captain America was preserved, in a weird sciencey way, but or in this case mystical. But so then what was it? He's trying to like transfer. He wants to transfer and get his body so that way he can steal his his power, steal his psychic ability, so that way he can be everywhere, read their minds, it does even be more invincible. So there's a race against that. Gene says this, so there's a race against time. Cyclops is battling off Storm, and Psylocke is like battling Beast, having this giant epic battle. It was really epic, and it looked great. And Nightcrawler decided to find Xavier, desperately trying to find Xavier, and Angel's trying to kill him, and like this epic back and forth. And eventually, he got him trapped. He's trying to hurry and get to him. And eventually, Mystique was, they find Mystique and Quicksilver find Magneto like doing all this stuff, like making all this stuff like metal rise from the ground. And they look, listen, I know what you lost, but then you still have family and friends that care for you. And after, I guess you got this thing that they saved Charles. He's like, I'm gonna fight for them. What are you gonna do? And he's like, what about you? What are you fighting for? He talks to Quicksilver. He's like, maybe for my family too. Which he told Mystique in the thing earlier that Magneto's his dad. So she's like, why? He's like, well, when mom and dad trying to explain that, I know what that is. It was hilarious, and I guess he didn't want to tell him. I don't know why, but maybe in the future films I'll explain. He just, I guess maybe if he was afraid he might get rejected. I don't know. So anyway, that epic battle and back and forth, it was pretty great. So then what was it? Nightcrawler saves Xavier, oh wow, he was like he was trying to absorb him, like his hair was falling off, he got bald. So he managed to get him, teleport, got him, got Beast, from fighting Psylocke, got Cyclops, then got Jean, and like he was trying to fly out there, and of course Psylocke was like realized they were escaping with Xavier. Apocalypse was, so he's like no. So then Psylocke like running off the roof, jump, and an angel catches her, and they both got on top of the plane. They're both breaking through. He's like, listen, Nightcrawler, you got to teleport us out of here. They all grab it too. It's like, what? It's like, I never told this much people before. Just teleport this much people before. It's like, don't worry, we believe in you. And then they're like trying to break in through. They got into the ship. He's like desperately trying to like teleport out of there. And finally, just in the last second, the Beast was making it forcefully nosedive so that way, so they can kill him. And like, luckily, Nightcrawler just in time got him out of there. And you see Angel. Psylocke managed to jump out of the plane, but Angel was unfortunately fell down through the fast force, and he was in front where the driver's seat was at, and bam, they see the plane crash. And then he teleported to another area. Of course, Nightcrawler was like knocked out because he was like he's so much power to teleport so much people. He's a teleporting maybe 2 or 3, but not a whole group like that. So he was like wiped out. So then of course Magneto's like, "Where are you, Charles? Where are you?" And he sees that the wreckage of that plane they used. He sees a dead Angel. He's like, "What a weak, pathetic fool! What a waste!" And Storm hears and sees that. So does Magneto. And say what you will about Magneto, he may not like people, but he respects and loves his fellow human person, and he saw that too. And I guess Quicksilver got tired of his shit. They want to go out there. It's like, no, don't, because if they has you, he'll take over the world. And I guess Quicksilver tried to deal with it first. He just like went to him. He's like, and he just bitch smacking him around the little areas. He was beating the shit out of Apocalypse, getting like a few licks. And of course, Apocalypse uses uses power to figure out his pattern, make sand come up, and quickly, bam, broke his leg. And it was like, ugh, it was like really painful. And he grabs him by the hand. He sees Psylocke. He's like, which by the way, she managed to escape by she didn't die because she like flew up and like glided off this building and barely made it to the ground safely. And she later showed up again and it's like, finish this boy. And like and she was like good, like she was like measuring up Quicksilver, and then bam, cuts Apocalypse. Turns out, oh, fool you, it was Mystique. But he really grabbed her and started choking her out. And he was like, Charles, will you not save this girl? Will you not save her? And he's like, God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And she was like choking her out, like almost on the verge of killing her. It's like it was getting like really, really bad. And all of a sudden, Charles was like, wait, we're kind of connected. He's like, thank you. And he got into society, like mentally, like got into, like he mentally got inside where Apocalypse is at. He's like, he grabbed his head, like, you want to feel my pain? He's like, ugh. He like, took it back to the match. He's like, welcome to Marvel. He's like, he started punching. Of course, he let go of Mystique of all the from all that pain. Also, plus, he deteriorated the place where that's so you can see him. And he's like punching him and kicking, trying to like beat him up. But eventually, Apocalypse got the other hand. Okay, like, you need a bigger house. He got bigger. Started throwing around, beating the crap out of Xavier, and he turned the tides. And looking back, he regained control. He's like he regained control of his body, and he was going toward him, trying to finish him off. And you see these two pillars that made the X symbol, and you see Magneto, through the stuff. He's like, and Apocalypse was like, you dare betray me? He's like, no, I didn't betray you. I betrayed them. And he's like, he started throwing men at him. He's trying to block it. And Beast's like, come on, Cyclops, let's finish him off. And Beast started trying to throw stuff at him, and he's swatting him away. And Cyclops using his beam to try to help destroy him. And he's just reflecting the stuff. He's keeping him at bay. He pushed Cyclops back and tried to melt him to death. He smacked Beast into a car. He's really showing. He's like, this guy's no joke. It took a whole team to take this dude down. He's not easy. He's like, you're weak, Charles. You cannot defeat me. He's like, I will defeat you, because you know why? you're alone, and I have a family. And you see, Jean come out. He's like, come on. He's like, Jean, I believe you. Show your power, Jean. And then, like, she just released her power, and she released the Dark Phoenix power, and she's like just attacking Apocalypse. He's like feeling that power. He's like really getting hurt, and like and it was so powerful that it broke his shield, and like Magneto threw some like pillars, like some metal rods to him and stuff, and like he's trying to he's like and like Cyclops continued to beam back, Beast got him free, got Mystique out the way, then got Quicksilver out the way, and he freed Cyclops. Like, finish him off. He's like, bam. He shoots the laser at him again, and he's like, oh crap, he's escaping. But then Storm comes in and starts thundering the dude, and then bam, he finally got destroyed. He got vaporized, and of course, Jean used her Phoenix powers, just finished him off, and finally they finished him off and killed him. Whew, it was intense, but finally they did it, and they went to check on Charles, and he's he's okay, and also he returned the girl's memories, because remember, First Class, another spoiler alert, he wiped her powers away. I mean, not wiped her powers, but wiped her mind, so that way she'll remember the events that happened in First Class, so she can live a normal life and stuff. And he's like, I should have taken those things away from you. And Nightcrawler wakes up like panicking, like, hold on. It was hilarious. He's like, then started laughing. He's like, well, okay, what did I miss? And they save the day, and it cuts back to the school and stuff, and you see Quicksilver in the cast, kind of depressed, and somehow like, I know Magneto's your dad. Why didn't you tell him? Like, I don't know. Maybe someday I will. But for now, fix on the glasses. I'm gonna stick around, and of course you see cuts to Xavier being bald. He's like, listen, you can stay with us. See, I was wrong. I have faith in humanity, just like I have faith in you. He's like, ever the optimistic, huh, Charles? And he's like, goodbye. He's like, goodbye, old friend. He's like, goodbye, Professor. And it cuts to Mystique. I guess it's like further down the road after Cyclops Quicksilver right here, because then in the danger room is like, Mystique's like, you're not students anymore. You're X-Men, and that has all these cool different suits. It was so awesome, and it was. And you see like these Sentinels coming out because they later get ready to train in the danger room. They're all like turning around, locking up, getting ready, and you see Xavier looking proud at them. And the X door closes, and bam, thus end the movie. And that was it. And it was fantastic. It was epic. And some of the scenes I got away with was like, what? But from what I've heard, yes. Unfortunately, with the exception of Charles, Magneto and Mystique kind of took a backseat to the newer X-Men. Cyclops, Jean, Nightcrawler, and stuff. And they had their parts, especially Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's my favorite X-Men. He kicked ass, and then some. I was like so happy. This movie, he did fantastic. And the kid that played him, kudos. Guy played Cyclops, amazing job. So was Jean Grey, amazing job. New actors did a fantastic job. Also, Quicksilver playing a bigger part too. And I'm sorry if I forgot some parts. Again, it's been a while, but that's the movie in a nutshell. I loved it. If you haven't seen it yet, go see Apocalypse. I know it's getting a lot of bad reviews, and it's got like 56 on Rotten Tomatoes. Last time I checked. It's not as low as Batman vs Superman, but everyone's saying it's kind of bad. Just like Batman vs Superman, this is not a bad movie. In fact, this is a great movie. But though, if I had to rank it, for the best movies so far, Batman vs Superman, Civil War, and X-Men Apocalypse. Now, if you're wondering why I put Batman vs Superman over Civil War, that's another video for another time. I'll get to that one day, so don't worry. I'll explain my reasons for that. But overall, go see Apocalypse. It's amazing. If you're an X-Men fan, if you're a fan of any of the characters I mentioned, go see this movie. That's my friend Koopa again. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, go see it. He saw it too and he loved it, right? Yep, great movie. Go see it, guys. And as always, this is RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon.